Welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. Now, listen, fam, we got a special video today. We are going to be taking a deep dive into Cre8tly Studios. Let me introduce you, or rather show you, to the founder. Goes by the name of Cre8tly. Met this gentleman on Threads. He's a real stand-up guy, in my opinion. And the developer, Nathan Nelson. Now, I will be giving my fair and unbiased opinion about this software. I do know these gentlemen, and I am an investor. I did pay to have access so I could show you guys what it can do. So I'm going to be approaching this from the perspective of someone that's a digital marketer, someone that needs something that can create something very quickly and very useful for my target audience. But with that being said, let's not dally. Let's get into it, fam. So here we are on the homepage. And what Cre8tly Studio aims to be is an AI-powered digital product builder that helps creators, coaches, and entrepreneurs design professional digital products, ebooks, and brand assets in seconds. And as you can see right here, they have a demo for how it works. There'll also be a link in the description below if you want to check out their channel. I'll leave that in the description in the pinned comment. So let's just take a look at their sales page and how it works. So they say you add your prompt, and then AI creates your digital product. You download and launch, right? And on this channel, we love simple, right? Simple, easy. So it's a one-time payment of $47, and in that with that $47, you are allowed 5 lead magnet slots. Now, I did look at the YouTube video earlier just to see how it works, but I'm going to be going into this completely blind in a sense, as I haven't used it. And when you see the back office, you'll see that I have purchased it. I haven't tested it. I'm going to be testing it right live and in front of you as someone that's just an individual looking to make the most of this tool for my business. I think that's the best way to go about it. And also, on their website, it seems that they're selling some premium guides. We can take a look at that, see what they got going here. And I believe these are guides that may have been created with their Cre8tly software. So you can check that out if you're interested. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and head in to the backside because I'm already logged in. So here we are. And as you can see, I have 5 of 5 slots remaining. Today is October 23rd, 2025. I did purchase this software October 19th, 2025. And as you can see, I have all my slots available so I can show you this demonstration in front of you. Right? So let's just take a look what we have here. It shows our slots remaining. It shows everything that we have. They have a little nice support button that shows frequently asked questions. So right now they do not offer a refund, and understandably so, as it is a digital product, and once you purchase these kind of things, it's not something that you can get back. They do have the ability to upgrade the plan or buy credits, which is available in the account. And they also state that if you hit your limit, we'll see a message prompting to upgrade or purchase more credits, so we'll never lose access to past PDFs. And there is the ability to contact support, and they say that they'll respond within 24 to 48 hours. And right here, we see that they have a contact form where you can put your name, your email, a subject, and you write your message, send it off, and then within that time frame, they'll get back to you. So much respect to that. So before we get into this, let's take a look at these options over here. So we have an assistant to write books. We'll take a look at that in a minute. And we can go to our settings. I haven't uploaded any brand, as I said. This is a completely new account. I haven't uploaded any brand file. I'm just taking a look as it is, fresh, for you guys and show you what it can do. But apparently you can upload a brand file and they accept PDF, doc, docx, doc, and text. So for those of you out there that have a brand and it's put out there, you would put it in a document of some sort and you would upload it into Cre8tly, and it would get to know you and your brand. And this is important because what Cre8tly can do is they can actually take that information and make these lead magnets and this other content personal to you and sounding just like you. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to create a brand file with ChatGPT, and I'm going to upload it so that it isn't just generic content. It's going to sound like me. It's going to sound like fame. It's going to sound valid. So I'm going to pause the video, family, and we're going to be right back and get right into Cre8tly. All right, fam, we back. You know me, I took my time with it. I went into Gamma, made this handy dandy brand document that embodies me and everything I stand for. So now that that's out the way, we're going to head back over into Cre8tly and we're going to upload the new brand file. Simple. And we're going to save that brand. Now, it also gives you an option to have a default closing message, a CTA. And this message will appear at the end of your lead magnets or books. Well, you know me, I got a few sayings, a few phrases. Simple. It ain't hard to tell. It's simple. That's valid, or it's valid. So let's just come in with something basic. I did just see that error right there. I'm wondering if it didn't actually upload the document, if I need to try again. Let me just put my CTA to something basic and we'll just go from here. Just got to type it out real quick, fam. Hold on. All right, so it's saying it failed to update the CTA. Please try again, but it might have been because this page was left idle for a while I was going ahead and doing my thing in Gamma. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to refresh it. I did get logged out. No problem, fam. We'll just log back in and take it from there. We'll head right back into the settings. We'll upload our document. Boom, no problem there. So just one thing to keep in mind, if you are idle, Cre8tly will log you out. So just got to keep that in mind. And paste in the CTA. We'll save that. And look at the difference. CTA saved successfully. Simple. All right. And we have prompt memory. So here you can view all prompts you've generated with Cre8tly Studio. I haven't generated any just yet. And this looks like something new where you can write your first book or write a book. So let's see. Okay, so with buying the book, you get the basic creator, which allows you to create 5 lead magnet slots. And that's the basic plan, which I'm on, just to introduce you guys to everything that's going on. And then you get the pro covers. That's everything in basic, plus unlimited custom cover uploads, single purchase unlocks, and the cover pro covers for a lifetime. And that's 150. And then you get the author's assistant. It's an AI-powered co-writer that helps you structure, write, and edit up to 750 pages while keeping your unique voice. Now, this is something that's very interesting. The price tag does seem a little bit high, but I would assume that for someone that has an agency or someone that just really doesn't have the time to sit down and write and do things manually, the cost sink right here really isn't nothing. Because you think for that one-time course, you just be able to just do a book or a few books as much as you need it, and it keeps a unique voice. So this might be something to test. And check it out right here. You got the all-in-one bundle, which includes the basic, the pro covers, and the author's assistant, and it's one discounted package, and that costs $999. And then you have the prompt memory. So you unlock AI prompt memory, your personalized creative memory that remembers just tone, style, and preferences across every generation. Stay consistent, save time, and build smarter prompts automatically. And that they have on a $14.99 subscription. So with that being said, this may end up being a series. I may end up investing in some of these just to give you my perspective on if I feel it's worth it. You know, I am a digital marketer. I do things my own way different than agencies do. But then again, if I feel like it makes good business sense long term, I have no problem investing. But just want to show you guys what they have here. So these are something to keep in mind. And I may cover down on Cre8tly in the future to cover these, but we're going to stick with focusing on the lead magnets because that's what we're here to do. So with that being said, we're going to head back. And here we are, my digital products. So let's select the first one. So right here, we have the smart prompt builder. We can generate or we can just skip. I don't have pro covers unlocked. I can choose my brand logo. I can choose the amount of pages, the color theme, and the theme color. And I can choose the call to action, use my save call to action. I can write a new one. So my call to action automatically has my website. But this appears at the end of the lead magnet. So maybe I just want to have this again. Because this optional link or call to action, this link will appear at the bottom of your PDF. So I assume it will appear like maybe as a button or something. So I still kind of want to keep this. It ain't hard to tell. It's sample. Brian, the introverted marketer. Right? And then we could say, for more reviews, marketing tips, and digital products, please visit, and there's my website, the introvertedmarketer.online. Simple. So we have that there, and we can actually preview the themes. Let's actually take a step back and see how the theme looks right here. And this is how the PDF theme looks in the modern. Let's go with classic. So it basically changes the color of the button, which would be the call to action, the optional one that we just modify using my website. And we have bold. So they have 3 different colorways that you can choose from. So I can upload my brand logo. So here's what I want to do, fam. So we can do it 2 ways. We can go through the pre-made prompts, or we could go through the prompt builder. So since this is an investment where I'm showing you Cre8tly from beginning to end in this kind of long form video, I think we could just do both. So maybe I'll just do a Cre8tly lead magnet where just off the cuff ideas. And then we'll come back and do another lead magnet and we can go look through some of the smart ones. So let's just say we're creating this lead magnet for, I wish they had the option to speak into this, for solopreneurs struggling to make sales on threads with their posts. I guess it's the same thing. So I guess we'll put who it's for. And then here we can paste struggling to make sales on threads with their posts, shouting into the void, not connecting with target audience, unsure how to use their authentic voice to find an audience, right? So what transformation do they want? To make sales in a reasonable amount of time from just their posting on threads and other social media platforms. What's your offer? And my offer is find out how with sales by Friday. And then I would just plug my link. I don't even have my link. So let me just pause this and grab it real quick. All right, fam, we back. Okay. So I just change it. Learn how to post to make sales by Friday. Today. Something generic, just off the cuff. So we're just going to use the smart prompt builder here with our just basic information. Solopreneurs, digital marketers, beginner, digital marketers, right? Pretty much anyone that could benefit from learning how to post with purpose and make sales by Friday or in a reasonable amount of time, right? Simple. So we have our basic information here, and now we're going to hit generate and see what Cre8tly can give us. So basically what it did is it took our information and it created a prompt. Now we can say that we can review this prompt and we can modify it if need be. But for this demonstration purpose, we're just going to trust that Cre8tly did a good job and we're going to go with it. And the theme I want to go with is sunrise. They do have quite a few colors, but I like sunrise. It to me it represents rebirth, the beginning of a new day, a chance to just get after it again. And that's what we're about, right? Options, having more opportunities. Always grateful, right? So we have everything that we need. We have our prompt, the number of pages. Let's see. Let's just go for 10. Nothing too crazy. Maybe 5 would have been just fine, but we'll go with 10. And we're going to submit the prompt. I think I want it to be modern minimal. That's introvert me. Submit prompt. And now it's creating your lead magnet. This might take a moment, creating something powerful, simple. All right, fam. That's valid. Let's see what they're going to do with it, though. Pardon me if you hear some rain in the background. It's raining heavily right now. The hurricane and everything going on. All right, so it's coming down to the final stages. We're just waiting to see if it's going to get there. I'm anticipating that it's going to create something amazing just because I know the people behind this. You know, they're doing this for the right reasons. They're good people. And I think they're creating something that's going to, change the game in their own way. And that might be me speaking a little biased, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give it to you straight how I see it. And I'm going to tell you if I believe that it's worth your money, right? Because you have people that just need something simple, and then you have people that just need something that can just be rapid. You don't think about it. You just put in a piece of information and you get high quality stuff, right? So here we have our PDF preview, and here's what it's looking like. And this is the sunrise background. So I'm looking to see if it does speak in my voice. Maybe I didn't give enough data on my voice. I'm looking anywhere from my catchphrases, but I am seeing some good information. They do have some case studies. I kind of don't like how it's kind of cutting off right here, but I think in updates they could work to definitely fix that. Okay, so just taking a look here. The information is definitely valid. It makes sense. They do have the case studies, but it doesn't necessarily sounds like me. It sounds like it's something that Chat GPT or LLM would say. And mind you, that's not bad if you don't want to have Brandon. But if you want to have Brandon, that's definitely something that I think in the future definitely need to tighten up. But overall, the quality of information I see is valid. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't like how it's cut off here. I think it just looks weird. That's just my opinion about it. And right now, looks very it looks very plain. But I think that if your goal is just to get out information to your audience, something that they can grasp and maybe get a quick win or something like that, you don't need too much. You just need information that's actionable. And pretty much images is optional. What I would like to see is as you create your lead magnet, the ability to edit and modify it on the platform. If they could incorporate something like that, because the initial investment, while it's not sizable in my opinion, and we do see that we have a link right here to the Sales by Friday system, which is my system. And then we have my catchphrase. I don't know where this your partner in growth came from. And this right here kind of looks weird. So, and this right here, a couple mistakes. So overall, I don't think this came out too bad. It's just very plain. It's a lot of good information, but it could benefit from being able to add covers. And I see that that's actually an upgrade. So just being able to add a cover with my branding or even add an image with my branding. I know you guys seen over on Gamma how I was able to create this. But Gamma is definitely a separate thing. It has a separate purpose. It has agent mode and it's a lot of other things that's involved with that. This here is more so like you just need a simple lead magnet done real quick. You have your information. You just want to put it there and get it out there. So I can appreciate what they're trying to do in that aspect. But I got to say that right here, I'm missing my brand voice. I have my once of my catchphrase here. I would appreciate more if I seen more of speaking with fam and just valid and things like that. Just so, it feels like it's me talking and not just like a regular lead magnet. But once again, I don't know if it's because the brand document I use didn't have enough of my information for the AI to process it, or if it's something that they need to work on the back end. But overall, I don't think it's too bad. It can do what it needs to do. You just definitely need to be able to modify this right here. So definitely need to have some kind of like Canva like implementation to where you can modify your PDF on site. That would be useful. I don't know if that's going to be something that they're going to be looking into doing. Maybe that's not what their purpose is, but that's something that me, as a solopreneur and a digital marketer, would appreciate. Just being able to like, okay, this first draft was great. Just need some touching, a little bit of touching up, so we can go from there and really give it a little bit more polish. So as you can see here, slot one, status complete. Theme is modern. That's what I chose. The prompt, okay. And it's created. And we're good to go. I can download it. And as you can see, we're good to go. Now we're going to create another one. And we're going to go through some of the smart prompts that they have. So this is a smart prompt that we built together using my information. And let's try a different color. Let's go with sky, because you know sky's the limit. That's what we're reaching for. And I think maybe we just leave that there. No, don't put it there and put it here. Maybe putting the website twice wasn't a good idea. So we'll just leave this here, right? As the call to action. Please visit our official website. Please visit my official website. And then we'll just leave it here. And that's good to go. And I think I want to try the classic theme. We'll go with that. Same call to action. We'll just keep it at 5 pages. Oh, I didn't upload my brand logo, so that might have been the issue. So let's actually try this. It's too large. Okay, so let's try a smaller one. So that might have been my fault for not uploading the logo. So everything I said about beforehand with the logo, that might have been my error. So it's saying that I need to choose a smaller file. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna go create that file. I'm gonna come right back, and we're gonna handle it. So stay tuned, fam. All right, sorry about that, fam. I accidentally ended the video, ended the recording. So you seen this part 2. You might see a nice little transition over here as we continue the video. Just wanted to get that out the way in case you see a little bit of confusion in the middle. But with that being said, I hopped into Canva real quick and made a couple different logos. I'm gonna just use my main logo. So we go to choose file. And we'll just choose original. All right, so now we can check out these prompts, and they have it actually categorized from beginner to professional to advanced. So let's try storytelling frameworks that sell. I like that. So generate a 5-page educational guide unpacking narrative structures like the hero's journey, PAS, and story brand for use in sales pages and videos. So pretty much it's a very simple prompt. Ideally, I believe that you would add more information to this to make it more tailored to your message that you're trying to deliver. But on its own, it could work out very well. We've seen that in the smart prompt builder, and it seems that all of them are very simple initial prompts. We've seen in the smart prompt builder, the more information you give, the more it can actually churn out. So let's just see what it'll do with just this advanced prompt right here. No other information given. And we'll leave it at 5 pages. We're going to have the elegant theme, and we're making sure we're sticking with the sky theme. We have our brand logo. We have our same closing message, call to action, and we have our same call to action link. So let's go ahead and let this do its thing. We're going to submit the prompt. All right. It's just putting the finishing touches on it, same as before. And this time I expect a little bit of a difference, not only because we're choosing a different color background, but also because we're putting our brand logo, which I anticipate should be at the top of the first page and at the bottom of the last page. So lead magnet generated successfully. And as you can see, it changed from modern to classic because that is what we chose. We'll hit download. And here we have our preview. We can see that our background is sky colored, and now we have our brand logo right here. And it took this prompt and it's spitting out some information. Discover how classic narrative frameworks create emotional engagement and drive action. Learn how to apply the Pills Journey, PAS, and story brand structures effectively in digital marketing. So once again, I have to emphasize, I don't like how it cuts off here. Hopefully in the future, they'll make updates to change this so that it looks a little bit more professional in presentation, because right here it's kind of cut off and this kind of is throwing me off right here with the section 1. They definitely, in my opinion, need to fix that. But let's take a look at the information that it gave us. So once again, right here, it doesn't seem to be capturing my fan voice, kind of just speaking generically in AI, which once again, it really depends on what it is that you're trying to achieve. For me, if I'm using something like this or any tool, I want it to sound like me when it's speaking, like I'm talking with people, conversational, not kind of like just speaking generically. So here we have the hero's journey, crafting a classic tale of transformation. So overall, the information is solid. For a lead magnet, something free that you can give away to capture your leads. I don't really have any issue with the information per se. I don't, what doesn't sit right with me is that it doesn't capture my voice. And if I'm putting my brand on it, ideally I want it to have my voice so people know that it's me speaking. If I'm kind of like using AI to like capture my voice and kind of automate things in a sense. But overall, the information given is sensible. And you can definitely could package this up and give it away as a free lead magnet. So right here, I see that the button, it's not clickable. Let's download it and we'll open it. So we have it open now. It's out of preview mode. Let's see if that button is clickable. Yes, the button is clickable. I do wish I could get rid of this right here. I don't kind of like, it's very marketing speak, but that's just a personal preference. Some people may have no issue with it. But as you can see here, we have our PDF lead magnet that we can give away. And it was created in seconds using Cre8tly. I'm curious to know what you guys think. You should drop a comment below and tell me what you think about Cre8tly. Do you think that it's a tool that's worth investing in? I think, in my opinion, it really depends on what your goal is. If you want something that's simple, quick, and easy, it could be worth it. You put your information in there, you put a simple prompt, and it'll create a PDF for you. Lickety split, it'll put your image in up here. Could be useful for agencies and solopreneurs. And depending if you sell it or whatnot, because you can, whatever you put in a prompt, it's gonna make here. I know it says lead magnet, but perhaps if you put other information here, It could be something that you can actually sell, or even if you can't sell, the price that you pay, it could be worth it long term if those lead magnets actually generate actual leads that you're able to bring into your business and then nurture and then take it from there. But I think that's going to be the video on Cre8tly. I'm curious to know what you guys think. There are some features that I do want to test out that may warrant an additional video just to check it out and see how it can further enhance the process. For me, I definitely want to have the pro covers because it would just, in my opinion, look a bit more professional. And I'm definitely curious to see about the My Book section. But as you can see right now, that's going to cost about $850. I may invest in that just to give you guys an idea of what it can do, because here it seems that you can edit up to 750 pages or keeping your unique voice. While with the basic creator, which is what I'm on, it just allows you to turn simple ideas into irresistible lead magnets, and you can do that fast. So we definitely have some options here. You know, on this channel, we appreciate options. Options matter. But I'm curious, what do you guys think? Let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. As you can see, we have 3 or 5 slots remaining. So this may definitely warrant a follow-up video. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. Peace, fam. See you on the next video. Hey, fam, I know I said I was ending the video, but just wanted to end the end real quick just to let you guys know that they do have a YouTube. This is their YouTube, Cre8tly Studio. And I also want to shout out Cre8tly and Nathan Nelson. I think they're creating something that's going to be useful for digital marketers and people that's looking to create lead magnets. I think it has a lot of potential. Where it's at right now, for me, does it make sense to in my business? I think for me personally, there's other options that may suit me better. But once again, I'm curious to know what you guys' thoughts are. Drop a comment below. I'm gonna continue testing out Cre8tly. They're in the beginning stages, so I think where it's at right now, it has potential to be something much greater. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. Peace, fam.